To log into the SISO booking system, in your browser, type in royalholloway.siso.co/media arts, and I recommend bookmark this as soon as possible. Once you've done that, it will take you through to the standard login page for Royal Holloway, and it's the same credentials, so you will need to use your Authenticator app. When you're logged in, you'll see the dashboard page, and that gives you some instant information about overdue items, how many items you got booked, and handy buttons, book, notifications. That will take you through to seeing things you will have already been emailed. So here I click on that. Bookings removed, etc. I can view or delete those if I want. Go back to the dashboard. We've also got My Bookings. I'll show you that later on, but that allows you to edit, cancel, or renew bookings. Risk assessments may not relate to you. Depends on your course, what you're doing. Find workshops, again, may or may not relate to your course. It's not something we're using currently. If you want to change your password or photo or details, you can do it on my account. And then, obviously, on a shared computer, make sure you log out. So if I click on book, it will take me through, and here I can see a list of any potential equipment I can book. This list will change depending on the course you're on and what year you're in. So here I can choose between stock or rooms, and just changing that doesn't actually change anything, but it does show me a different set of filters below. So if I wanted to look at production items, that's within the stock category, and click on that. It's filtered it down to certain things. If I want to book this thing, I can click on add to basket. I might need 2 clapperboards. I can click 2, add to basket, and now it's showing me got 3 items in there because it's 2 clapperboards, 1 mains extension. Important to know that this filter will stick around now unless I click on the cross. So I've now cancelled that filter. I'm seeing everything again. If I knew exactly what I was looking for or had a particular word, I can search for it in this top search bar, hit enter, and it's showing me a filter there based on the word real. Again, I need to cancel that. Yeah, now I'm seeing everything again. Certain items you'll see it says training required. So that's where a specific health and safety or other workshop is required for you to book those things. And then other items it says risk assessment required. So it does depend on the item. If you need any particular info about a thing, you can click on the little I for information. You get a bigger photo and a bit more information. Feel free to explore these links. So if we actually want to commit to booking these things, if I click on basket, now it's reminding me what I've actually got in there. It's showing me potential booking times. If I want to clear the basket and things like that, I can tick these boxes, remove selected or empty the basket, save to list. But it's very important that I specify a collect and return time. I need to leave 24 hours, and that's working hours, minimum, between when I'm trying to book and when I want to collect. So it is now Thursday at nearly 4 o'clock. So I can't realistically book now for tomorrow. I might be able to book for 4:30, so let's just try that. 24 working hours. So if I set tomorrow 13th and let's just say I'll try and book for exactly 4 o'clock. I also need to specify a return time. So it's going to have to be Monday at 9:30. If I click check availability, it will either tell me yes, that's fine, so big green button, or it will list some errors. If I click on that, it will take me through to actually booking it, but let's just show what it looks like if there's some errors. For the collection time, if I go in here and I set a time that's a little bit too early, 3 o'clock, leave everything else the same, it's showing me it's not available, no times. Unfortunately, you cannot request this item. It requires 24 hours before collection. So just another example of this. If you want something for Monday, the latest you can book would be Friday. You can't book Saturday or Sunday because they're not working days, they don't count. And let's just say I wanted to pick something up for 2 o'clock on Monday. I would need to book it on the Friday before 2 o'clock, as in I make the booking on the system before 2 o'clock. That leaves a good 24 working hours before the intended collection time. All these things will become more sensical when you actually try it yourself. So let's just readjust this. So if I set that back to be 4 o'clock, check the availability again, it's happy. If I now click on book, some of this may not relate to you, like the risk assessment side. There'll be a separate video on that. Booking notes, I wouldn't recommend putting in anything critical because we might not read it for whatever reason. Always best to email us or talk to us directly if it's very important. But you could put in something like, please may I have an extra headphone adapter or something small like that, just so we've got a note of it. It may be that we can just get that ready for you, but as I say, do try and talk to us and check. Terms and conditions, very important, and you need to tick to confirm you've read it. When you click book, that will put the booking request in. It's not actually a confirmed booking until a member of staff manually looks at the booking and confirms it. So that may take a little while just to process. That's partly why we need the 24-hour notice so we can check these things. That is partly for kind of health and safety reasons, but also just to check that the booking looks realistic, check that you're not trying to book 10 cameras at once, something like that. You will get an email both when you put the booking request in and also when the booking is confirmed. Do not assume a booking is ready, finalised for collection at whatever time you specified until you've got that confirmation email. To edit or cancel a booking, you can go to My Bookings and this will show you anything you've got booked. So in this particular instance, this is an item I have yet to collect. It's in the future. So I'm seeing slightly different things to what you would see if you already had the item out. This little disclosure triangle here will show me the individual items of a booking, whereas this box here is just a complete booking. So this shows me everything to do with that booking. I can cancel everything. I could click rebook. That's not the same as renewing or editing. That's putting these items in the basket to allow you to start making a new booking with the same things. Now here I can individually go in and let's say I don't need 2 clapperboards anymore. I can cancel that. Reason for cancelling, not needed. Hit cancel. And now my booking is simply 1 clapperboard, 1 extension reel. You can see it's saying it's a request. That's because this has not been confirmed yet. So if I click on an item using these checkboxes, you can also select all or none. But if I select an item and go to this separate little triangle here, I can cancel, edit or renew. Now these items aren't actually collected yet, so renew won't work. Edit may depend on the circumstances, as in whether the items are confirmed or not and how close you are to the collection time. That may or may not work, but you may be able to edit the times for a booking. You can also add in additional notes if you wish, but as I mentioned before, I wouldn't rely on us reading those 100% of the time.